Hi and welcome. It's that time of month again for the Christmas Stampathon 2021. My name's Esther and this is Stampin' Star Creations. This month's theme was to use Christmas creatures, great and small. So for this I'll be incorporating Penguin Place, Counting Sheep, which is from the Celebration 2021, and Peaceful Deer. And we're going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to start stamping my sheep with the crumb cake, and we're doing 4 cards in total for the challenge. So this can be found over on our Facebook group. Then each sheep is going to be dressed up slightly differently, and so this is the Mr. Posh sheep. Then I've got the woolly hat and scarf sheep. Most of these elements are coming from the Penguin Place set, so adding in the present and the bag and all the other bits you've seen so far from Penguin Place. And a little bow in her hair. And then for this one, although there are antlers in the Penguin set, I decided that the antlers from the deer set actually looked better and fitted better on my sheep's head. So I have used the same sheep stamp for all my images. They just look slightly differently when they're dressed up. So turning him into Rudolph and giving him a star in his hand also. I'm colouring the face and the feet, I was going to say feet and hands then, with the crumb cake stamping blend. Going ahead and fussy cutting these all out, and then we're left with our lovely 4 sheep ready to party and ready to Christmas. I've cut these rectangled stitched frames from the die cut from Stitch So Sweetly, and I'm just creating a scene which is from Penguin Place, and the tree is from the Peaceful Deer stamp set. So using the star at the top, and then what is supposed to be, I suppose, the nose, or a reindeer nose, I'm using this for baubles on the Christmas tree. And adding in some snowflakes with smoky slate. And then just taking off the stark white with my blue blending brush, not adding any colour to it, just using whatever's on my brush to add a bit of sky. It still looked a bit bland to me, the outline. It looked as if it needed something. So I'm adding some glue to the edge of my card, and I'm going to dip it in my gold leaf. Now I should have probably waited a bit longer for my glue to dry, but I'm a bit of an impatient crafter when it comes to glue drying, and I've just gone ahead and added in the gold leaf. Your best bet is to let your glue go a bit tacky and then probably stick it afterwards. Just brushing off my excess, and it leaves this lovely gold gilded frame. Stamping a greeting, it's the best time of year. Which I thought this sheep kind of exudes this kind of cheery quote, it's the best time of year. So just trying to audition which colour I should use for the base, and I decided on white for all of the 4 cards because I wanted to use different colours on each. And using this Christmas paper from the Celebration and the Artistically Expressions gold stripe underneath, just to make that gold pop. And then layering up our images and then popping up the sheep on dimensionals, and he's just sticking his leg out of the frame and hanging up the bauble. So for this next one I had the sheep kind of at the top with his star, thinking, you know, the sheep could hang the star at the top, but it looked a bit odd, him hanging out of space. So I tried to have this idea of maybe the fact that he came in attached to a string with a balloon, so that it would make a lot more sense why a sheep would be putting a star on top of a tree. Yeah, there you go, it's the way my brain thinks. I'm stamping the string in the background as well, so that that can link to the balloon. So I just rubbed out a little bit of the string so that I could avoid his arm. And I'm popping him up on dimensionals to make it nice and 3D. It's just enough space for the balloon, and then in hindsight I forgot to add the snowflakes because it just looked a bit bare without them, so I thought actually I will add in the snowflakes. So for this next one, I wanted a Little Miss Shopper sheep to be the star of the show, and so I'm just stamping my trees off to the side of this with my snowflakes. And in she comes, la-di-da. She's been Christmas shopping. And so I just went for the little season's greeting stamp in the corner. And once again, just popping her up on some dimensionals. So here we have Mr. Posh Sheep with his bow tie hanging up the baubles, the floaty sheep hanging up the star, the woolly sheep, and Little Miss Shopaholic sheep. I'd love to know which one was your favourite sheep from today's card, and I hope you found them lots of fun. Just goes to show you can really mix and match those stamp sets. If you're interested, you can buy from my online shop at stampinstarcreations.co.uk. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up and comments are always welcome.